Hi guys, hopefully this is a quick video. It's just about getting the right technique down to master the blues sound. Now, your technical approach on this guitar is going to determine how you sound. And if you're probably like, what do you mean by that? Excuse me. Well, if you lined up my favorite guitar players, you know, if you had Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Jerry Garcia, Trey Anastasio, and all the guys lined up in a row, and you all gave them the same guitar and the same amps, and you asked them to play the same line, you could all close your eyes and pick out who played what, because it comes down to the technical aspect of your fingertips. Really, your sound comes through how well you develop your ability to connect with this instrument through your fingertips, okay? So the blues actually started that. And what I mean by that is there's a definitive sound to a blues guitar solo. If somebody's playing the blues, like, you know, the blues sound isn't like, it's not that. Even though they go together, you can hear that flightiness. What the blues sound is, my chair is squeaking, is what I term blues finger. All right, I call this blues finger, and any of my students who are watching this are gonna laugh because I talk about this all the time. Blues finger. If you Google, you can stop right now and Google image search, you know, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, your favorite guitar players are the blues players, and you're gonna see this phenomenon happen where they're locking their first finger down. Now this is the 7th fret, so I'm gonna play it here. They're locking their first finger down on at least the G, B, and E string, and they do move it a little bit, but it's locked down. And when you're playing a B minor pentatonic, all right, if I was taking a solo in B minor, not bluesy, but in the style of like my favorite guys like Jerry Garcia and Trey, where they're more jazzy. Jazzy has this poppiness to it. Okay, it's just pentatonic. But if you wanted a blues sound, what you do is you lock your first finger down and you're going to manipulate this pentatonic from the G string down to the thin E string. So if you listen like... Now if you watch, that first finger does go back between locking down between the G and the B, but it stays down. You don't do this dance where this first finger is coming up. That's not bluesy. Bluesy is really locking that first finger down. I'll edit my answer and say at least just right now on the B and E string. The ring finger usually goes to the G string here, and you get these pentatonic runs where the first finger is locked down. As it like kind of goes and moves with him, but it's locking down. It's not doing this. If you listen to this line, I'm not going like, it's, you can see that first finger, blues finger, right there. There it is, crystal clear. So when you're playing these riffs, if you're playing blues in the form of pentatonic, don't do this stuff. Okay, you can hear it's like Allman Brothers, right? That's not the blues, even though they're bluesy. The blues is you lock that finger down and you're gonna really like... It's a little loud. What happens is, if you keep this finger locked down, then it becomes a choice of, is it gonna be this note? Actually, I'm going to edit my answer right there. It's going to become a choice of whether or not you're playing the bridge side note or not. This is always going to be locked down, like locked down, all right? So that way, when you're playing... And when you get past the D string, you got to come up because you can't really bar. If you go Google image search, you're going to see this type of move right there where they're locking their first finger down. So this is called blues finger, and it's going to help better your technique and getting into these lines that sound bluesy, because this is what your favorite blues guitar players are doing in a Form 1. All right, right there is the Hendrix line. Okay, so lock that first finger down on the first 2 strings, and as you move, you can lock it down on that G string. And once you get to that G string, you got to come up and use your fingertips and come down. And then once you get to that G string, you lock it down. So if I was in the blues, there it was. I didn't lock it down, and I got to the G string. This is the sound of the blues finger. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little simple technique, but it's something that comes up in my lessons. I get questions about it, how to make your solo sound a little bit more bluesier, and it's this little thing right here in your pentatonic. It's what makes the Form 1 pentatonic so special to the blues, and why a lot of people will solo in the Form 1. I hope I did a clear job in explaining that. But blues finger, take your fingers from coming off. See that first finger jumping around? note and lock it down. Oh, great way to end it with a mistake, right? And keep that first finger down. Blues finger, it helps. Bye.